What are you doing?
Oh, I am dancing.
Why are you dancing?
Because I want to be part of the High Folk Ensemble.
Wait, you want to be part of a group called High?
No, Erica. High means alive in Hebrew, and if you want to learn more, stay tuned with TV Kids presented by Congregation Etz Chayim and supported by Jewish Foundation of Manitoba.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Max.
Stay tuned.
With TV Kids. Here come the High Ensemble performers and one of their board directors.
What are your names?
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Tracy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So what kind of dance was that you guys just performed?
The one we just did was a Moroccan style dance. It's called Hemrakdu, but we do all different kinds of dances. That was just one of our favorites.
Yep.
When was the High Folk Ensemble established, and who was the founder of the ensemble?
The High Folk Ensemble was established in 1967 by a woman named Sarah Sommer, which is why the group is actually, the full name of the group is the Sarah Sommer High Folk Ensemble. The group started with Sarah Sommer in her basement teaching 8 little girls how to dance, Israeli dancing. And then eventually the group grew to include an accordion player who played with the girls while they danced. And now it's turned into, 52 years later, a group that includes over 40 musicians, singers, and dancers. So Stephanie and Emily are 2 of a lot of dancers and a lot of musicians and a lot of singers. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So how many people work in the ensemble now?
There's only one paid employee of the ensemble that works full-time. That's our administrative director. Her name is Riva Nipon, and she has an office at the Asper campus. And then there's a group of artistic directors. There's one artistic director. There's about 2 to 3 who work in the dance department as directors, assistant directors, and rehearsal directors. And then there's a musical director, because you need to direct all the musicians. And then there's a vocal director. So there's about 6 to 8, depending on how you look at it, of artistic team members who are also directors of the group. So there's it takes lots of people to run this group. Then there's a costume department too. How many directors do you have? Maybe 2 or 3 directors in the costume department?
Wow.
Lots and lots.
Tell us, what is unique about the High Folk Ensemble?
Well, the High Folk Ensemble is the only group of its kind in all of North America who perform exclusively to live music. So there are lots of other dance groups that exist in the world, but we are the only ones in North America, so between Canada and the United States, that actually have a live singers and musicians. Because I think these girls can tell you that performing to live singers and musicians is much harder than performing to recorded music. So it's much easier when you take your dance group on the road or you want to put a show on with them to just press play and they dance. But when you have to also sound for musicians and singers, it's a lot harder for the setup and also for the dancers to hear when they're supposed to do all of their steps.
Wow. A lot. Really hard. What was the greatest achievement that the High Folk Ensemble got?
Well, there's a couple of things. I would say our performance at the Carmiel Festival in Israel was of the top. We were invited there to perform as representatives of Canada, which was very special for us. That happened 3 years ago. And the other thing that I think is a close second is we once did, in my first year as artistic director, so that's a very long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, we performed a full concert with the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra on stage, which was very exciting for us. And maybe these girls could tell you what's been exciting for them so far in Chai so far.
I was gonna add in, we both joined about a year ago, so we don't have as much experience, but we have had a lot of opportunities since then. So actually in February, the two of us got to perform again with the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra as part of this big Once Upon a Dance sort of concert event. So we got to be part of that, which was really cool. And then we have another show coming up on June 7th, which is just our own Chai show, so we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that show will be the first Chai show that we're ever doing, so it's very exciting.
What is it called?
It's called the Ancient Roads Concert.
Ancient Roads.
What is your most favorite type of dance or style of dance?
Oh, I have one. My favorite type of dance that we've done is Yemenite pieces, and we've been bringing in choreographers to help with that and teach us new dances. But you get a lot of different types of dances in Chai. You have Israeli, Moroccan, like she was talking about before, Yemenite. You get a lot of diversity, so it's really cool.
How about you?
I like the Moroccan pieces. It's very my style. I like just sort of like the feeling and the movement of it. So yeah, the Moroccan ones are my favorite.
So what was the most memorable experience you had while on tour?
Have you guys been on tour yet?
No. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. My most memorable experience being on tour was, I can remember exactly the moment. So a few years ago, when I was maybe 16, Chai went to perform at a festival in Mexico City. Mexico City has a big cultural community, and they have a big festival that takes place in about March every year that is a celebration of Israeli dance. And because we came with live musicians, we couldn't compete, so because everybody else had recorded music. So we were the only ones there with live musicians, so we were sort of guests at this performance. I was a singer at the time in the group, and I can remember the feeling of, here's what happened. So everybody else is performing to their recorded music, and we got on stage to do our first number, which was a song called Shema Yisrael, but it's a rock version of Shema Yisrael. And when our singers and musicians started to play that song, our dancers were actually not on stage at the time. It was just a vocal and musician feature because no one had really seen a group come with music and singers before. There were 10,000 people in this outdoor stage area, and it was my first and last and only experience feeling like a rock star because everybody that was in the audience started running towards the stage, I kid you not, and we were standing in a line singing in the mics, and they were pawing at our feet. That's how excited they were, because they had never seen anything like that. Normally they're just listening to a recording. And they said, "Are you lip syncing? Like, are you just mouthing the words and not really you?" And we had to prove that we were really singing. It was fun.
Wow. What year was that in?
That was probably in about 1992 or 1993.
What countries have you ever visited with the Chai Folk Ensemble?
Well, Chai has traveled many places in the world. So we've been to Mexico City, we've been to Israel, we've been to California, we've been to mostly every city in Canada, and we've been to Detroit.
What kind of costume do you guys wear on stage?
That's one.
Well, yeah, so here we're wearing one of the ones that we wear sometimes today. So we have all different kinds. It's amazing to see what kind of costumes we have actually. When we first joined, we didn't realize how many different kinds there were. Like we thought it was just a couple different dresses, but now that we're like trying on all of our costumes, getting ready for the show, we can see how many different pieces there are. So we have like a combination, a lot of these kinds of dresses. Some of them are more Israeli, but we also have some really cool like Yemenite costumes, like Emily was talking about. For the piece that we just did with the choreographer who came in. It's like a sparkly, like blue and purple dress. It has pants. It even has like a whole headpiece. So they're very elaborate. It's not as simple as we thought.
We're very lucky to have a good costume department and team.
What's your favorite dance that you guys performed on stage?
I think my favorite would be that we did a like collaboration with a group called Rusalka that's also in the city, and they do a different type of dance. So we did a combination with them, and it's called Hora Hopak, and it's a huge number because we have all of their dancers and all of our dancers on the stage at once, and we have like a dance-off sort of, our type of dance versus their type of dance. It's really, really fun and dynamic, so I think that would have to be my favorite piece so far.
And who won?
We ended up joining teams and just dancing all together at the end.
Yeah, we come together for a big finale.
Were there any audience?
Yeah, we did it in front of, at the Once Upon a Dance concert in February. So it was a couple of thousand people. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was at the concert hall.
So it was big.
Yeah.
It was pretty full.
Do you have any kids who participate in your dances?
Well, we don't have kids on a regular basis, but my daughter got the opportunity to dance at Folklorama last summer. Sometimes we do pieces that include kids when it's a special production piece. And then there might be some opportunities where in one number they might have a chance to dance in the show. But generally speaking, to be a full member of the group, you need to be 16 years and up. Because we do lots of traveling, we want to make sure that all the people that are in the group are ready to be really responsible and mature and take on a leadership role.
So you guys participated in Folklorama?
Yeah, we've been participating in Folklorama since its inception. Since Folklorama began, we were the performers at the Israel Pavilion, which has always been called Shalom Square. So for years and years and years, Chai has been the main performer at that pavilion.
What can you advise to those people who want to become a member of your Ensemble?
Yeah, actually, I have always wanted to be a member. So I remember when I was younger, like sitting in the audience, I would go to all the Chai shows, and I would always like want to be on stage with them and look forward to the day that I would be 16 and could join. So I think it's just like anyone can do it. I mean, you just have to have like the passion for it, and like once you see it on stage, it's hard to not want to be part of it. Like I remember when I was in the audience, I would always just want to get up and dance with them because the energy is so contagious. So yeah, it's just about like putting yourself out there and just having the dedication and passion for it. And I think that like shows through when you dance.
What performance or dance are you working on right now?
Yeah, so right now we have a lot going on. So like we said, we have that concert in June happening on June 7th. So again, that's a full Chai show. So we are doing every number. So I think we have like
14 pieces.
Yeah, 14 pieces.
She knows exactly.
So
14 dances, so a lot of work.
Yeah, so
a lot of fun too.
We're working a lot on that right now.
And where can we see it?
So we'll be at the Manitoba Theatre Centre on June 7th. And then, so we'll be there. And then we also have Folklorama this summer. So again, at Shalom Square at the Israel Pavilion, you can find us there.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having
us. We learned
us.
so much information about the Chai Ensemble.
When I turn 16, I'll really want to join it.
We'll be calling you.
We'll wait for you.
4 more years.
4 more years.
There you go.
You guys can enjoy us on TV Kids and follow us on Facebook at TV Kids all capitals if you want to see like more interviews and stuff. And
Also, you can subscribe us on YouTube.
at
Okay,
TV Kids
sure.
all capitals.
So I'm sure you will subscribe us.
We will.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
We learned so much today, right?
Yeah, I feel like my head's gonna burst.
Well, stay tuned with TV Kids.
Presented by Congregation Etz Chayim and supported by Jewish Foundation of Manitoba.
Stay tuned.
With TV Kids.